Hello everybody, my name is Shelby and this is my little get to know me presentation. So my favorite quote here is today is here and then it's gone forever. If there's any reason to have a good day, it's that. This quote is actually a tweet by Zach Bryan, who is a country singer. I personally love this quote because I feel like it's important to find little bits and pieces of happiness and positivity in your day, even if you're having a bad day. Because once the day is gone, it's gone. You can't get it back. So I try to remind myself that even if I'm having a bad day, a hard day, a stressful day, whatever it is, there's always something to be positive about. There's always something to smile about. So that's why I personally love this quote. Where I grew up, I have grown up and lived in Stafford, Texas my entire life, which is a little small city. It's not actually super small. It's been expanding and growing, but it's a little city right outside of Houston, right in between like Houston, Sugarland area. I like living in this area because it's a good distance from the city. It's about 20 to 25 minutes from the heart of Houston, which I personally like. The traffic, on the other hand, is a different story, but there's going to be traffic anywhere in Houston, regardless of where you live. I did receive my bachelor's from the University of Houston in 2022. I was technically a summer graduate, so I believe I graduated in August of 22. One of my favorite courses that I took was biomechanics. I know it's kind of hit or miss for certain people, but I personally loved biomechanics. I feel like Professor Gorniak explained and taught the course in an unbelievably great way. She was very hands-on, she was very helpful, she was very clear. And I took this course during COVID times. So I feel like if I could get through this course during COVID, she knew what she was doing. I do have two Dachshunds in my family. Toby, who was a long-haired Dachshund, and then Milo, who is a red-haired, short-haired Dachshund, which is the one that's pictured here on the left. He's my little snuggle bug. I love him. We did take him to a wiener dog race recently. He did not know the concept of a race and didn't make it to the end of the finish line. So he did lose, but he was just happy to be involved. A little bit about me. I enjoy working out and reading in my fun time. I love a good book and I love to just put my head down and get in the gym to clear my mind whenever I have free time, anything like that. So if I'm not studying, you will probably find me at the rec or at my home gym. I like to, it's nice to be in my own little world sometimes. I don't have a favorite song at the moment, so I just decided to open up my music app, and this was the most recent one that I had searched, which is Honey by Kehlani. I love this song. I know it's not super new, but it's very chill, it's very mellow, and I just love Kehlani. She's one of my favorite artists. My favorite movie, by far, any of the Bring It On movies, specifically 1 through 5. I believe there's like 6 or 7. The last two are not good. Do not recommend those two. But 1 through 5, go to great movies. The one with Christina Milian right here, The Fight to the Finish, is probably one of my favorite ones. Also, the one with Hayden Panettiere and Solange, which I believe is the third one, one of those. Love both of those. A biggest weakness about myself is I can be very tough on myself, which is kind of a weakness, but also a perk because it does push me to constantly do more and do better, and just always improving on myself. One of my favorite foods is a baked potato. I will die on the hill that a baked potato is not a side. You can absolutely have it as a meal with some brisket or some chicken. It's amazing. There are a couple places here in Houston that have great baked potatoes, like stuffed baked potatoes, that I would absolutely recommend. So if anybody wants to go, send me a message. I will absolutely show you some of the best baked potatoes ever. And then a little bit of personal information about myself. So I do have a superstition that if you open an umbrella inside, it is bad luck. I would rather walk outside and get rained on before I open an umbrella inside. No, thank you. I've also never had a brain freeze, which for some reason is so hard for people to believe, but I've never had a brain freeze. I don't know why. My brain just doesn't freeze. I also refuse to drive with shoes on. Someone, I believe, told me that this is illegal in certain parts of Texas. I don't know if that's true or if they were just pulling my leg, but whether I'm wearing sneakers, sandals, boots, whatever it is, I will always take my right shoe off and then start driving. I can't drive with shoes on. I also did purchase my first car in 2023, which is pictured here. on the right hand side, I got a Mazda CX-5, a 2023 Mazda CX-5. His name is Bluey, like the cartoon, because it's a nice blue gray color. I love him. It's nice red interior. He's great. And then I have always wanted to travel around Europe. So that is on my bucket list. Either by the time I retire or once I retire, I will be traveling around Europe, whether that's backpacking, whether that's taking multiple trips. It's just always been on my bucket list of things to do. And that is the end of my slideshow. I hope you guys learned a little bit about me. And like I said,